Do you know what this is? Of course you do. It is a dollar bill. And my goal for you this holiday season is for you to keep more of your hard earned money in your pocket instead of putting it into other people's cash register. I got to put a disclaimer because I know y'all are probably already looking at me like I'm a Grinch, and that's just not the case. I am not one of those people who's always coming after holidays talking about capitalism, capitalism, capitalism. However, you gotta make it make sense. If it's not serving you, if it is not benefiting you, then we really have to think the mass marketing and the mass manipulation. Now, Valentine's Day is actually a holiday that I can get behind because it makes sense to me. The whole purpose of Valentine's Day is to bring back the romance. I can see how having a single day for you to pay extra attention, extra love, extra care, and just lavish that on the person that you love, I can get behind that. So don't think that I'm just out here sniping up all the holidays. That's really not the case. But Christmas in particular is a time of year where I feel like we've done so little with it when it has so much potential. It's not necessarily that I am against giving gifts for Christmas, but I just think that there's so much more that Christmas could be and so much more that it should be. And I'm absolutely disturbed and alarmed by how much money is going down the drain. I read a statistic that said that over 50% of Americans are still paying off their holiday debt from last year. I read another statistic, I can't remember how many, but like a significant amount of people are going to be applying for credit cards just so they can cover their Christmas expenses. And the reason that they're doing that is because they feel pressure from their friends, from their family, and from society. And so my goal today is to give you 3 ways to create a better Christmas, right? So that we can all enjoy the love and the peace and the happiness of the holidays, okay? So without further ado, well, actually, a little bit more of ado. So if you are watching my channel and you're back, I just want to thank you for sticking with me, hanging around with me, watching these videos. I am not good at saying like, comment, and subscribe. Like, I really can't say that a million times during a video. So for those of you who actually do like, and you do comment, and you do subscribe, and you do share with people, I really appreciate that, really from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you you just found this video and you're just watching me for the first time, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, if you are in a conversation for how to build wealth and how to do it in a way that is sane, in a way that is holistic, in a way that elevates every other area of your life, then this is the channel for you, and I would love for you to stay tuned in. Okay, so now, without further ado, let's get into the meat of this video. 3 things you can do to create an even better Christmas. Number 1, this one I love. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this because I know y'all too bougie for me, but it is re-gifting. Re-gift, reuse, recycle. And I love this one because if you've ever heard of spring cleaning, I think of this as winter shedding. You have so much stuff in your house that you don't want, that you don't need, that you probably have never even used before, and it's very high quality and you don't want it. So instead of just letting it sit there collecting dust, why don't you gift it to somebody who you know will actually appreciate it? And there is a precedence for this before you start looking at me crazy. If you are a person who has ever gone shopping in your mom's refrigerator, in your parents' house, in somebody's closet, then you understand this concept. It is not new. There's so much stuff that we already have, that we've already bought, that we should be more productive with it. Instead of throwing it away, instead of just, taking it to the local Goodwill, gift it to somebody in your immediate circle. For me, I already can think of things off the top of my head that are really nice that I bought from Target that I thought I was going to need and that I'm not using. I have like kitchenware that I don't use, ottomans that I don't use, brand new pillows that I don't use. And these are things that could really be beneficial to somebody else who would actually get some type of use out of it. But not only that, when I give a gift like that, right, when I'm regifting, the other thing I like about it is I always tell the person, look, if this is not to your taste, if this is not something that you want, feel free to regift it. And so now it's not a burden. It's another potential gift for somebody else. and it's good for the environment. And we always want to make sure that we're taking care of the environment. It is our responsibility to do that for the next generation. So instead of just having boxes and boxes and things and things and things piling up, spending more and more money, let's be more productive with the things that we already have and really just gift and bless other people with that. All right, number 2. This one is actually my favorite, and it is focused on what really matters to people. When you are gifting to people, you really want to be in the mindset of what would actually make this person's life or their experience of life better. Before you just automatically go reaching for spending money or getting a gift card or getting something that you can wrap with a bow, the real meat of Christmas, the real nitty gritty, what really makes it a wonderful, joyful holiday is that we're supposed to be thinking of our fellow man, especially our loved ones. So instead of just doing the default thing and getting that sweater or getting that gift set, why don't you spend some time thinking about what this person actually wants and what they actually need? Now, you could start with their love language, right? Do they like gifts? Because if a person feels loved when you get them gifts, then gifts are not out of the question. But the majority of people's love language is not gifts. And I'm going to go so far as to say, even if someone's love language is gifting, right now in the society that we live in, people are actually craving other things even more. They're craving connection. They're craving acknowledgement and the experience of being seen and being heard, right? These are things that you can't buy at a store. These are things that you can't order online. A friend of mine was telling me the other day how she was talking to one of her friends and she was letting her know, like, I really do appreciate you and I'm grateful for your presence in my life. And how the person just broke down in tears. People are lonely, they feel isolated, and even though we have a million social media sites, we're less social than we've ever been before. People need love, connection, quality time, and these are things that you can give for the holidays. If you know of a family that needs a babysitter so that they can have a date night, gift them a night of babysitting. If you have a friend who just cannot seem to keep her house clean and she needs some help, come over, pour a glass of wine, and y'all clean up together. Like, what are the things that's actually going to make a difference in somebody's life versus giving them something that's going to go in the back of their closet? And if you know their love language, and even if you don't, just ask, figure out how can you give something that's actually going to make this person light up, that's going to make them enjoy the Christmas spirit. Okay. And then I know I said number 2 is my favorite, but number 3 makes me feel all warm and fuzzy and excited. And it is create new Christmas traditions. I think that we really bastardized Christmas, making it about gifts, and we have really cheapened it. Even though we're spending all this money, we have cheapened Christmas. I mean, it should be fun. It should be exciting. To me, the spirit of Christmas is anticipation. I remember that feeling of going to bed not knowing what Santa was going to bring me the next day, and that is where the excitement came from. And so, how do we bring that excitement back? How do we bring in the anticipation? And not just for children, because I'm sorry, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that kids are the only ones who get to experience the joy of the holiday. I want to experience the joy of the holiday too. What are the traditions that are bringing me in, that are fostering my sense of excitement, my anticipation, my joy? I am an advocate that kids are not the only people who should be enjoying Christmas. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's about the kids. They are the main ones that Christmas is for. But we should be creating traditions that bring together the entire family. So, oh my gosh, I want to bring back Christmas caroling, knocking on your neighbors' doors and singing them some Jackson 5 Christmas or something like that. Wouldn't that be so much fun? Or, baking cookies with your family, having a Christmas Eve tradition that spills over into Christmas, or spending Christmas Eve with one part of the family and then Christmas Day with another, or writing Christmas cards for every member of the family that talks about what you see in them, what you love about them, and the value of your relationship with them. I know it might seem kind of corny, but like, I am that version of corny where I love to be acknowledged just for who I am. I want somebody to see me and all the things that I do on a regular basis. Just saying thank you for who you are to me is going to be so much more meaningful than a candle. All right. I love me some candles, but I have 17 already in my closet. Adding one more isn't going to do that for me. And to say, well, I thought about you, you thought about me, and then what? You thought about what when you thought about me? That's actually what I want to know more than any gift could provide. Now, if you guys are wondering, I started, or I should say, I stopped giving Christmas gifts when I left my job in corporate America. And at that point, my income was unstable and I needed to be able to maintain my reserve. So I actually shut down all gift giving, period. And what I realized was I never actually valued giving gifts in the first place. And it really forced me to really get into my abundance bag and start looking at how I give my gifts in a whole new way. And so now when I'm giving gifts, I'm thinking about the impact on that person. So, I don't get my nephews or my nieces anything for the holidays. I mean, I get them a book, which they hate, to be honest. But in the Christmas in the summer, they can come stay with me for a month and it is very expensive. Or, if they want to do something fun and their mother won't fund it, then I can send them the money. Those are the experiences I prefer to save my money for and give it to them during those times rather than at Christmas. So being intentional about how you want to give your resources is important. I also prefer to give gifts around milestones. If it's your 50th birthday, I'm going to get you a gift. If you are graduating from high school, I want you to know that is a very important occasion and I'm going to get you a gift. I want you to know we value education in this family. We value education around here. I'm going to get you something to celebrate that milestone. So when something important is happening and I'm trying to reinforce something, or I want to show my love or my gratitude or my appreciation at a milestone event, for those things, I'm going to give a gift and I'm going to save for it in advance. So if you listen to this and you're like, Tasha, we got to give gifts, please, then there are some things that you can do. There is Secret Santa. So if you do a Secret Santa, everybody doesn't have to buy a gift for everybody, but everybody can put their attention on getting something wonderful for one person, something that they actually want. We have the white elephant gifts, which is part of the regifting that I talked about earlier, where you find something that you already have and then you give that as a white elephant gift. So there are other ways that you can remix it and rock it and roll it so that you are still enjoying the holiday season. But what I would love for you to do is to think about how can we deepen the meaning of the holiday? How can we make it more fun? How can we make it more exciting? How can we make it more about family? How can we bring back different traditions that really allow the holiday to have the meaning that it could have? Because I don't think I'm alone in thinking that the spirit of Christmas is something that I really miss from my childhood. And I think the only reason that it doesn't get projected into the future is because we do get caught up in the consumerism of it. All right. But what if we get caught up in something else? What if we get caught up in loving people the way they really want to be loved? So I know that's not the popular thing to talk about these days. I know I'm not going to, win any friends. I might have to go into hiding after this video talking about Christmas. Y'all might label me the Grinch. But at the end of the day, what I'm here for you feeling loved. I'm here for you feeling connected. I'm here for you having community because that's the stuff that really matters. And you might think that you want things while you're listening to this. You might be rolling your eyes or you might be agreeing with me. You might really feel where I'm coming from. But I guarantee you, the moment that somebody puts their hand on your shoulder and they let you know what they mean to you, you're going to understand what I'm talking about at a deep, visceral level. All right. And so with that being said, I hope that you enjoy the holiday season in whatever ways that looks like for you. You don't have to listen to me. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. My priority is just that you have a happy and fulfilled life, and that you really understand that there's so many variations of abundance. It's not just money, it's not just gifts. Like, when you think of abundance in that way only, that is a scarcity mindset. When you start to think of abundance as all the goodness, all the lusciousness, all the wonderfulness that there is for you to experience in this world, then that is when the true wealth and wellness will start to flow into your life. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I didn't forget this time, like, comment, or subscribe. And you already know the deal. You are not helpless, hopeless, or powerless. In fact, you are powerful beyond measure. Have a wonderful day. Gotta stay.